Dear students, welcome you all in this English online class. Today we are again starting with our grammar section and the topic today is tense. In 11th class we have determiners and tenses. So let's start with tense. As you commonly know that tense denote the time of action. They show when the work is done, and there are commonly in general three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Let's take one by one. In short, let's begin with simple present tense. It is used to denote scientific facts, universal truths and work done on daily basis. It also denotes the timetable and objectives which you have to do. For assertive rule, we have subject plus verb plus s and es plus object. With negative rule, subject plus does not plus verb first form plus s and es plus object. Always remember we are using verb first form here. Then to make the question, interrogative rule, does plus subject plus v1 plus s and es plus object. So there are examples given on the slide, you can see and mark down in your copies. Then interrogative negative sentence also we can make, like we can use does plus subject plus not plus v1 plus s and es plus object. Then comes present continuous tense. It is used to express an action taking place at the time of speaking. So assertive rule is there, subject plus is mr plus v1 plus ing plus object. We can make the negative sentence also by using subject plus is mr helping verb plus not plus v1 plus ing and object. Then we can also make question mark or interrogative sentence by using the helping verb is mr plus subject plus verb first form plus ing plus object. So this is about the present continuous tense. Now let's talk about present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, in assertive rule, we use subject plus has and have as helping verb and V3 form, that is the verb third form, past participle form plus object. So in negative sentence, we can use subject plus has have plus not plus V3 plus object. With interrogative rule, we can use has have plus subject plus V3 plus object. So these are certain rules of present perfect rule, perfect tense, of making assertive sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence and then interrogative negative sentence also. The one example I have given here, I am sharing the notes of tenses in details. Please go through well and make your notes in your classwork copy. Coming up to the next tense, that is present perfect continuous, which shows the action that started in past and still continuing in present. With assertive sentence, we use subject plus has and have plus been plus v1 plus ing and object. So the example is she has been trying a letter. This is very important that you should remember the helping verb use here with been. Then negative sentences are made by subject plus has have plus not been plus v1 plus ing plus object. So this is about present perfect continuous. Now we are coming to past tense. So the tense symbolizes the ever moving non-stop wheel of time which is forever moving and throwing into the dustbin of past. So past before now simple past, past continuous, and past perfect continuous. Starting with simple past, it is used to indicate an action completed in the past. It often occurs with adverb of time. Sometimes it is used without an adverb of time also. So subject will come with V2 form of verb. Example, I played football when I was a child. Assertive sentence, she wrote a letter. She didn't write a letter is a negative sentence. Interrogative, we are making with the help of did. So did she write a letter? Did is a helping verb here. She write a letter. So V2 form with subject and object defines simple past tense. Now comes up past continuous tense. Use of was and were plus ing. So she was writing a letter. She was not writing a letter, negative sentence. Was she writing a letter, interrogative sentence. Was she not writing a letter, interrogative, negative sentence. Coming up to past perfect tense, used to describe an action completed before a certain moment in the past, usually a long time ago. If two actions happened in the past, past perfect is used to show the action. The patient had died before the doctor came. Okay, so here we are using and we are having two actions. To denote the first, we are using past perfect tense. So here we are using subject plus had plus V3 form of verb plus object. While making negative sentence, we were using had plus not with subject and object. So then interrogative sentence, had plus subject plus V3 plus object. So third form of the verb is used in past perfect tense. Now coming up here is past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense, we are using the subject plus had been plus V1 plus ing form of the verb. Subject plus had not been plus V1 plus ing and object is a negative sentence. To make the interrogative sentence, we are using had plus subject plus been plus V1 plus ing plus object. So this is past perfect continuous. It is used to denote an action that begin before a certain point in the past and continue up to the same time in past. Example, I had been learning English in the school for 20 days. So here we are using past perfect continuous tense. Now we are coming up to future tense. Time and tide wait for no man. So a period of time following the movement of speaking or writing is called a future tense. She will write a letter. Example. So here we are using simple future, future continuous, future perfect and perfect continuous. In simple future, we are using the will and shall plus first form of the verb. This tells us about an action which has not occurred yet and will be occurring in future. In future tense, helping verb shall is used with I and V and will is used for all others. When you are to make a commitment or want something, someone or emphasize something, you use will or shall. Will is used with I and V and shall is used with other verbs. In general speaking, there is hardly any difference between shall and will. but will is used with all. In positive sentences, subject plus will shall plus first form of the verb plus object. In negative sentence, we are using shall and will with subject plus not plus first form of the verb plus object. With interrogative, will and shall plus subject plus verb plus object. Interrogative negative sentence, will shall plus subject plus not plus verb first form plus object. Now coming up to future continuous tense, it is to denote an ongoing or continued action in future. He will be distributing sweets in temple tomorrow at 12 o'clock. In this example, the action will start in future tomorrow and action is thought to be continued till sometime in future. So, will shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing. For example, she will be writing a letter. She will not be writing a letter, that is negative sentence. And will she be writing a letter is an interrogative sentence. Coming up to future perfect tense, it is used to express an action which will happen in future and will be completed by a certain time in future. We use the future perfect to say that something will be finished by a particular time in the future. For example, they will be shifted the house by Sunday morning. They will have shifted the house. Let us see the rules now. For positive sentence, subject plus will shall plus have plus third form of the verb. Will shall plus not plus have plus third form of the verb is for negative sentence. For interrogative, we are using will shall plus subject plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. So now future perfect continuous tense. It is used to talk about actions that will commence at a fixed time in future and will continue for some time in future. If there is no time reference, there is not a future perfect continuous tense. Without continued time reference, such sentences are future continuous tense. It is not future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect progressive emphasizes the duration of an activity that will be in progress before another time of event in the future. Example, the time tomorrow I will be enjoying the cricket match in the stadium. This will be staying for a week. So this is about the future perfect progressive tense. It emphasizes the duration of an activity that will be in the future before another time or event in the future. Will shall plus have been plus first form of the verb plus ing. Now there are certain examples and detail we have looked up all the tenses. Please go through the slides one again and take the notes with the help of this. I think it will help you in taking the notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.